By Alejandra Molina, Religion News Service Los Angeles. At St. Brigid Catholic Church, the Reverend Kenneth Keke preaches that the gospel of Jesus Christ is not only about eternity, but about having a human face, loving one another. Keke's message stresses unity and that a common humanity is what we need for us to live in peace. That is liberation theology, and that is what we preach here, said Keke, the St. Brigid priest from Nigeria. This is the South Los Angeles church where 22-year-old Amanda Gorman, the youngest inaugural poet in U.S. history, grew up singing in the youth choir, taking her sacraments and reciting her poetry. Gorman, who graduated from Harvard University last year, captivated Americans with the recent recitation of her poem on national unity at President Joe Biden's inauguration. Since that day, she has signed on with IMG Modeling Agency and has been invited to recite a poem at the Super Bowl on February 7. She would always get standing ovations, said Floy Hawkins, a parishioner and former director of religious education at St. Brigid. We were in just as much awe of her then, as we were when we all witnessed her at the inauguration. St. Brigid, which established in a small rented house in 1920, has a rich history in Los Angeles. St. Brigid was one of the first parishes in the Archdiocese of Los Angeles that encompassed the entirety of Black Catholicism, said Anderson Shaw, director of the African American Catholic Center for Evangelization. What used to be an Irish parish is now a predominantly Black and Latino congregation where, Keke told Religion News Service, parishioners take pride in their community and often push me to do something, to fight more. We need to liberate our people more, Keke said they tell him. It's like everybody here is a freedom fighter. Brigid is an Afrocentric Catholic church in the Archdiocese of Los Angeles that's overseen by the Josephites, a religious community of Catholic priests and brothers that centers its ministry in African American communities. The Josephites formed in 1871 to meet the needs of newly freed people after the Civil War. The Josephites arrived at the South Central LA parish in the late 1970s and early 1980s, after African Americans had migrated to the city from Louisiana and Southeast Texas in search of jobs at aircraft construction companies, said the Reverend Thomas Frank, Vicar General of the Josephites, who served as pastor at St. Brigid from 2007 to 2011. Frank said the Josephites took over the parish at the written request of African American Catholics in the area. The church, which could accommodate about 800 people, was struggling with dwindling attendance and was down to about 150 core parishioners, who were mostly Black but also included a significant number of Latinos. With the Josephites' arrival, the parish received its first African American priest, the Reverend William Norval, as well as an Afro-Latino Jesuit priest, the Rev.